Luigi Mangione is due back in court today for what could be a potential moment in his state-level case out of New York. You'll remember Mangione is accused of killing Brian Thompson, who was the CEO of UnitedHealthcare back in 2024. Well, today, a judge is expected to rule on whether or not prosecutors can use key pieces of evidence at trial. The defense is arguing they should be thrown out. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman joins us from outside the courthouse in Lower Manhattan with more. Katrina, good morning. So which evidence is the judge specifically ruling on today, and what does it mean?
Good morning, Errol. So he is determining whether all of these items that were found in Luigi Mangione's backpack and statements that he made before he was brought to New York when he was arrested in Altoona, Pennsylvania, can those be let in when this case goes to trial? So that includes a 3D printed gun that was found in his backpack, a journal with writings that the prosecution have called a manifesto, Errol. For example, one of the things that it said in there, allegedly, according to the prosecutors, is they say Mangione wrote, "I finally feel confident about what I will do. The details are coming together, and I don't feel any doubt about whether it's right/justified." So this is very significant evidence for the prosecution's case. Back in December, we sat through a hearing that went over the span of 3 weeks. We heard from, it felt like, the entire Altoona Police Department. We watched hours of body-worn camera footage, looking at what happened from every angle, hearing how these conversations transpired. So this is a very consequential decision that we will be learning about shortly.
And Katrina, this is only half of the legal challenges Mangione faces. There's also the federal case against him. What's the latest with that?
So one thing that's important to note is in the federal case, that judge made a decision on this same issue, whether these items should be allowed in, and she determined that they would have inevitably been discovered anyways, Errol. In the state case, in both cases, in fact, they're trying to argue that because they didn't have a warrant, they didn't read him his Miranda rights, that it shouldn't be allowed in. So in the federal case, that's already been decided. It's all coming in. In the state case, we're still waiting to hear. And the federal case is just doing some procedural stuff leading up to the trial in the fall otherwise.
All right. Great to get the latest information from Katrina Kaufman outside the courthouse. Thank you, Katrina.